Hello, Makai. Just wanted to check in and offer a couple of comments and a couple of not really announcements, just little bits and pieces, and also to just continue to find ways of feeling connected and really being connected. We're busy. Janice is doing an amazing job of connecting so many dots for our congregation. I'm so indebted. I think we all are. I know we all are, to the work of our Makai Church Council, and the good work that's been going on down through the last few years under most recently under Jody Fisher's leadership. And as we come to a council meeting this evening with Dave Fraser taking on that role and having taken on that role and being the chair this evening. So thanks to all of you who have been part of that leadership team and will continue to do that in so many different ways. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's a beautiful day, and I just wanted to say that we are finding new ways of sustaining the kind of energy that is needed from week to week. There are different times and places to connect with us. As I've mentioned before, the most important thing is for us to have your email address. But one of the things we've been moving towards is YouTube. That's with the encouragement of many of our denominational leaders as a place during this crazy time where we can sort of safely, securely go and find some resources. And that applies to our national resources, but particularly as we create videos of different things we're doing as leaders at Makai, that we're going to more and more be locating that material on the Makai YouTube channel. So please make that part of your online routine, is to check in with that and see what's there. There's a few things already popping up there, and there will be more in coming weeks, and will be more and more and Janice will be sending out more and more links to that particular place. It's nice and simple. You go there and you can catch a little bit of music with Mitchell and the choir. There will be my sermon from last week will be there, is there now. The different things that we're doing will show up there. So it's a great way of sharing who we are and what we're doing these days, and we're able to share it with a little better audio and video than some of the other platforms that are out there. So that's part of the thinking. Anyways, and that's part of the thinking that really worship has been doing a ton of work on, and also with the oversight, of course, of council. So you'll be hearing more about that for this Sunday. In fact, we're intentionally we're not going to be doing the Facebook morning worship piece. We'll gather for coffee, and then the YouTube service will happen. The YouTube service of the collaborative, collective East Enders. So all will be encouraged to simply go there. Again, that's part of a sense of what's the best thing that we can offer, not just in this moment, but in the coming weeks and heading into summer. Such a strange time. It's certainly not the ideal, and I'd be the first to acknowledge that. But we're also imagining that regardless of how things evolve in our Canadian society and here in Ottawa, we're probably going to be needing to offer online connections and resources, not just during these brief months, but in the time ahead. So it's partly learning some skills and practices, and as anybody who's been following this knows, I found every possible way of doing things correctly and then not so correctly. So we're figuring this out, and as we continue to do that, really appreciate your patience and your flexibility as we all are doing our best. I wanted to say that. I wanted to just wish blessing upon the whole congregation as we acknowledge the new names on our council and the positions that have sometimes they moved around the table a little bit, and just to acknowledge that we are so blessed to be working together as a council at Makai. I wish things were different. I long for the days when we could just, it seems just so strange not to be able to spend time together in such a beautiful setting as our church. Meanwhile, we're doing God's work, and we're finding ways of doing it in creative ways, and from pastoral care to worship to simply planning our budget and our stewardship and all that work. We're getting some wonderful resources from our national church, and those are available online, and you can sort of check in and see if there's anything around that interests you as a member of the Makai community. It's pretty easy right now to connect you with the places, the sources that I'm relying on, that we're relying on to find our way through this time, and to acknowledge that we aren't doing this alone. We're doing this with the collaboration of 6 other congregations in our immediate vicinity, but also very much with the leadership of our moderator, Richard Bott, the General Council of the United Church of Canada, so many others in our own Eastern Ontario region as well. Thanks for taking a few minutes to let me go over some of those things with you. I do look forward to checking in different ways, different times. The Makai Facebook group will continue to be a place where you'll see bits and pieces of news and ideas and music and word, but also that Makai YouTube channel more and more will be a good place to go and just connect with us, with each other. May your day be blessed. May we find ways of continuing to be a blessing in our immediate neighborhood, in this part of Ottawa, as part of our United Church of Canada, but most importantly, or most significantly this afternoon, from my point of view, as part of Makai United Church. Thank you. See you soon.